50 years ago, the Chimera clan almost took control over the world. Our grandparents stopped them by sealing them away, but somehow, one Chimera has returned. It's our turn to stop them. Hi, I'm Duay from Sungrand. I have more than 20 years experience designing and developing games for people. You can find my commercial library all over the Nintendo 3DS, Wii U, and Switch. I also specialize in making homebrew games for legacy game consoles, and I regularly launch new homebrew games as a way to thank my supporters for buying my commercial games, and also as a way to keep me improving as both a designer and developer. Now, my game. Breath of Thunder is an adventure and story-focused RPG with a turn-based battle system and a world design inspired by the classics of the 90s. Lately, I've been wanting to play an RPG, but the modern design philosophy for RPGs doesn't have what I'm looking for. There's nothing wrong with modern RPGs, it's just that what I'm looking for is something they don't have. And that something is an RPG that just focuses on a fun adventure in an interesting world that is rewarding and exciting to explore with weird, cool characters. No gimmicks, no overly complicated, convoluted battle mechanics, just a great story and an exciting adventure. Breath of Thunder will bring players a classic-style RPG focused entirely on an adventure in a vibrant world full of magic and weird, colorful characters. Now, as a commercial games developer, I'm constantly developing and shipping new titles, and it isn't getting any easier. With the way the industry is right now, for the next year or so, I'll have to launch at least one new title a month just to keep my studio financial. It sounds crazy, right? This means I'm forced to work on smaller titles without leaving me time to work on the bigger projects like a full-sized RPG. And this is where you come in. With your help, via crowdfunding, you can help me keep the lights on in the studio, buying me the 6 months I need to finish the rest of Breath of Thunder. We previously had stretch goals for other platforms, but it was a bit difficult for me to explain to people how all of that would work, so we removed the stretch goals. But I'm not in the business of disappointing people. And I definitely don't want to disappoint the people out there who wanted a new JRPG on their favorite old consoles like the Dreamcast, the DS, the PSP, or the Saturn. So here's a fun bonus that I will include. If this Kickstarter reaches 100% funding, I will make a JRPG for your favorite old consoles outside of this campaign on my own time. It won't be the full core Breath of Thunder game, as that would take a very high amount of funding due to the time it would take for me to produce the game for each console. And if I'm working on a homebrew game full-time, it means that I can't work on my commercial games to earn revenue for my studio. But here's what I can do. In response to so many people out there reaching out to me, letting me know that they want Breath of Thunder on their legacy consoles still, I've written a smaller standalone RPG that takes place in the same world as Breath of Thunder at the same time, but on a sealed-away continent inaccessible in the core game. This allows me to build an RPG using the same lore, visuals, audio, and other assets from the main game, saving me months of development time. This smaller support title would take place entirely on one continent, and although it would be a smaller scaled adventure, it will still have the depth story, and fun of the main game. The character roster would feature only 4 unique, fixed party members, and by restricting the game to a smaller number of characters, that basically cuts out about 80% of the programming, and it would let me develop the legacy versions of the game extremely quickly. By doing a smaller homebrew game like this, it will let me develop the game for legacy consoles one at a time over a longer period where there's no rush. The core game for Nintendo Switch, Steam, and Atari VCS will be finished first, and after that I will work on the smaller, standalone support game one at a time at a leisurely pace, and I'll launch that version every few months on different consoles. I'm always working on new homebrew on the side outside of my commercial work anyway, so this fits into my regular schedule quite well. I hope you'll hang out with me on live streams where we can chat while I work on my games. We're always having a mountain of fun there as I show people how I build the various parts of an RPG. There's a playable vibe check teaser that's available for the PC and for PS Vita, so you can see what the game will be like. At the moment, I don't have a bigger demo with battles ready, as I'm currently busy finishing a number of my commercial titles right now, and I need to prioritize bringing in revenue to my studio, so please understand. I'm looking forward to making some great games for you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you around.